So Dave was talking about where the is it on the Dynamite rating. So I want to talk to you about that. So Dynamite transitioning from WWE, the Dynamite rating. Mish, have you had a chance to cover this on Wrestling Soup? I don't think we had a chance to talk about it, but they did their worst rating of all time. I did one of my best ratings covering it on my last live show. So it was shout out Tony Khan. Thanks so much, buddy. Yeah, man. So Dave, you know, he was it was 502. And if you really break the numbers down, it was more like 490 this and 490 that throughout the night. And there was they blamed the lead in. So the fuck
yes, of course.
They're
it was Black Panther instead of Big Bang Theory.
Right. So they admit that the lead in matters, inflates the number. They're just crumbling down. Dave is like, wow, it's really bad. He can't play that trick where it's like actually 0.23 is better than 0.22. So we win. He can't do none of that. And before I read you Dave's thoughts on the epic disaster that was last week's Dynamite,
yes,
what were your thoughts on that rating? And did you watch that Dynamite? What was because people are like, it was a really good Dynamite actually, and I'm like, no, it's not. There was a good match. I didn't like it, but just your thoughts on and do you think they get that number back up this week?
I am proud to say that I am one of the people that refuse to watch Dynamite. Honestly, this year, Phil, I have kind of pulled back from watching AEW. Joey still does watch it pretty regularly. I can't bring myself to it. Every time I watch it, it's like pulling teeth. It's like going to the dentist's office and coming out with a hurt asshole. It is just the absolute worst thing on television. It's hard for me to follow. You know, the last time I really enjoyed Dynamite, and this is true, and this isn't just because I'm a CM Punk fan, but when they had Collision behind CM Punk and they had Dynamite, and it felt like the two shows were their own brands, their own competing brands, was the last time I truly enjoyed AEW. I'm not taking anything away from the talents in there. There's plenty of talents that I see in AEW that I would like to see in WWE or back in WWE again. But yeah, it's no surprise. They've been getting a lot of flack. They've been getting a lot of people that are turning off the product because it's not what they expected it to be. And it feels short. Everything feels short. There's nothing about the program that feels exciting. Even MJF's big return hasn't done much to move the needle. Clearly hasn't done much to move the needle. And Mercedes Moné hasn't been the huge needle mover that they thought she would be. And none of these people are. And the problem goes back to Tony Khan. It goes back to the creativity of the show. It goes back to the way things are structured. And everything feels like a mess. And for as many diehard AEW fans that blame WWE or blame the lead-in or blame anything under the sun in order to try and give credence, it's just excuses. It's all excuses. At what point do you stop making up excuses and start looking at the product for what it is, and that's subpar? Look, TNA this week, obviously we didn't get a chance to talk about that, but a big move for TNA. Obviously, they've been bringing in Jordan Grace here and there. They had the crossover. We're bringing back Dana Brooke, Ash by Elegance the prior week. And this week you had like Joe Hendry. You had other guys coming in. You had Kaz on there. And they're doing ratings. They're breaking their YouTube numbers with the debut of Joe Hendry in NXT. I think there's a lot more to be said by what you can do with other promotions and this crossover. And what do we got with AEW? Another lackluster Forbidden Door, another lackluster All In coming up. I'm not really feeling it. And so the fact that they got what, 498 supposedly by the numbers, by the intentional books, good for them. And I hope that this number continues to decrease.
Oh,
I hope TNA's number starts to go up. I hope we watch.
Yeah, we're on that same ship. Yeah,
they switch, because look, as far as TNA goes, TNA has had some embarrassing years, right? Can we be honest here?
Oh yeah,
there has been some real painful years of TNA, but TNA has also had some amazing years. They've also had some great talent come through there. I mean, we wouldn't really have AJ Styles today if it wasn't for TNA. Yes, I know he was in a tag team with Air Paris back in WCW, but he wasn't moving the needle back then.
No.
It was his run in TNA. It was Ron Killing's R-Truth's time in TNA. There's a lot of things that happened in TNA that became valuable for WWE. And if now we're in the Triple H era where this guy is making moves, tonight we have Raw and Lucas Oil, and now they've booked Lucas Oil for the Royal Rumble. I think they have SummerSlam and
we got it right here.
Right. Yeah. SummerSlam and WrestleMania. So
WrestleMania, dude.
Home of the greatest football team in the history of the NFL, the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
Hosting all three of these events. I'm excited for it. I'm genuinely, they had the pre-sale codes today. Or not the pre-sale codes. They have the deposits and the pre-sale list. So if I have a cool $1,000 to put down, I can get myself some floor seats.
Yeah, dude.
Hopefully I don't have $1,000 to talk right now, but I just like the idea that they're playing there. Also, WWE making those moves to Mexico. Dude, we were just talking 2 weeks ago why it would be difficult for WWE ever to go to Mexico. And it was because of the way that it's arranged down there and because of the way AAA is and CMLL is. And I was so happy when recently this past week, WWE's like, yeah, we're going to try and do some stuff in Mexico. And I'm like, holy.
And Puerto Rico. And
Puerto Rico. They're going to blow the doors off this place.
Here, let me put some MMA on that too, dude. You want to know why they're so confident? Because UFC's building a just like we have performance centers and UFC, they have performance institutes. They're building a PI in Mexico, dude. They're doing to cultivate fighters and everything. So why not on the same plot of land? You build a PC, put some wrestling rings up, and
who doesn't love that idea, Phil?
Bunch of dummies.
Yeah. You have WWE on one night, you have UFC on the other night. You can sell the tickets in a bundle. Like, man, it just seems like the money's going to print itself, and everybody gets a turn. You introduce new talent. You show new exposure to talent that Americans have never seen before, or WWE fans have never seen before. And even with UFC, the diehard UFC audience now has an opportunity. They can take it, they might leave it, but it leaves the opportunity there to do some crossover fan work. I'm really excited for what they're doing. By the way, what's AEW doing? Oh, John Moxley's going to bleed this week? Fantastic, guys.
Exactly. And then he's going to go real wrestling. I think I have it right here. Where's the goober stumbling around? Real. No, did I save it? No, I don't even think I did because it was so stupid.
It was pretty bad.
Stumbling around. I'm like, real. This is the real goddamn sport. And
nobody has a concussion in wrestling. It's all made up.
Nah. Yeah. It's okay. Bleed. Where am I? What city is this? Oh yeah, the greatest wrestling city. I'm cool. But and exactly, what are they doing? Well, have Dave Meltzer, their little puppet, making cope excuses about their TV ratings and ticket sales, and Dave Meltzer says it was beyond devastating. It like probably will for who, Dave? Who was it beyond devastating?
Emotional damage.
For who? Him and Tony clutching pillows. He's clutching his Ray Phoenix pillow, having a cry or what, dude? God damn, that's funny, man. It was beyond devastating. It probably will not like be the same Brian. But that number was scary. He was terrified, dude.
It was coming right for him.
Coming right for us. Yeah, Jesus Christ. It was real scary. Dave's in his cellar with a month's worth of food. I look at this week's lineup, and this lineup is okay, but it does nothing for me as far as making me want to watch the show. Oh, Dave. Will I enjoy the show when I watch it? Yes. I'm sure I will.
How do you throw shade and praise the same company in literally 2 sentences? One sentence says, it does nothing for me. I have a dead penis. I need AEW boner pills. And then the next he's like, when I watch it, of course I'll enjoy it. What the literally the king of double talk, talking out of both sides of his mouth, Phil.
Yeah, his ass and the side of his mouth at the same time. But does this lineup make me want to watch the show? No, it doesn't. But when I watch it, it'll be awesome. Oh my God, dude, it's so stupid. Whatever normal is, in quotes, normal is getting smaller. So I don't know.
Of course you don't know.
And whatever normal is, Dave likes to go, well, what does disappointed mean? I mean, it's just semantics. Why are you it's like, Dave, you're playing semantics now. He's doing it
I
again.
was disappointed
what's normal?
and I was happy, but now I'm not happy, so I'm a little disappointed in not being happy. Like, Dave, stop talking in circles. Like, just say what you want to say. Like, I would have more respect for Dave if he's like, Jesus, what a show it was this week. I don't know. I can't make excuses. This was a horrible episode. Hopefully, that's what you do. Hopefully next week they get theirs together and they give us something to watch. Like, instead of this, I was disappointed, but, you know, if I watch it, I'm going to enjoy myself, guys.
Whatever normal is getting smaller. So it's actually normal. So it's not abnormal, but it is abnormal. Like, what are you talking about? So what could help save AEW? Mish, I must ask you. Some people, Fightful Select has an idea. And they, Conrad Thompson sort of put some out there about, he was chatting Jim Ross up about some ball shavers, but more importantly, he was talking to him about insurance. But more importantly than that, Eric, he was talking to him. He was chatting him up about what social media was saying about Shane McMahon possibly joining AEW. So I don't know. I guess Fightful reached out and numerous AEW talent inquired internally about the possibility of Shane McMahon appearing in AEW, but we're told that it hasn't been something considered. He no longer has a contract of any kind with WWE, including a talent contract, Legends deal, blah, blah. He was in 2K24 as part of a separate agreement. So Conrad Thompson, I guess he was lying.
Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
So do you think Shane McMahon, real quick, Mish, do you think Shane McMahon saves AEW and that's what will make things get better?
If they pocketed Shane McMahon for AEW, I have no faith that they would do something stupid and just blow him on a regular Wednesday. They wouldn't even put him on a PLE or a pay-per-view to maximize views to get that money. They would do something like put him on Rampage, like there's absolutely no way in hell that
he'll debut on Collision. This is great.
Right. On Saturday afternoon. Like,
and then Tony would fumble it too. He'd get up to where like the people wouldn't get behind Tony as like a McMahon invading his company. It would be like everyone would get behind Shane for, I'm going to save this company from Tony's. Like, Tony would find a way to get up to. I just know. But yeah, it seems as though this is all fake that Conrad Thompson put out there in the ethos. So I don't know. That was funny. And that was Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week.